Hey guys, so I hope you're doing well. It's the start of 2023, and like some people that like to make New Year's resolutions, I've decided to make a couple of goals and resolutions for myself. What's funny is that I didn't actually believe in resolutions because I always thought like, hey, if you want to make a change right away, then just do it right now. And oh boy, that came from a place of privilege. I mean, sometimes you don't have the luxury of changing things right then and there. This past December has been nice because I took some time off work and it gave me time to recenter myself and refocus my mind and my emotions overall. So this past year, 2022, has been kind of rough around the edges, especially towards the end of it. And I realized looking back on it, there are things I want to prevent, I want to improve on, and I just want to be a better engineer. So this is going to be some ideas and some plans I have for myself on how to become a better engineer. And being a better engineer is, I guess, relative. I mean, some people aren't going to really find this useful, and this is mainly just for me. So starting off, I want to be more efficient, especially when it comes to kicking off projects. This past year, I realized I kind of spent too much time going back and forth with architects on gathering information that wasn't originally sent to me, and kind of slowed down certain things, especially when it came to design or drafting details. So I want to get better about asking for those things right away and being able to spot what I'm missing, and getting a little bit better at starting off my calculations and organizing them. So I'm trying to develop like a template and use Notion for storing all that information. But yeah, that's one of the things I'm going to work on, is being a little bit more organized with my notes. So the next one is staying focused on the task at hand. I find myself getting easily distracted with other tasks that just pop up while I'm working on a plan or something. I realize like, oh yikes, I need to touch up this, I need to touch up that. And before I know it, I kind of forgot the first thing I was even working on. And this also relates to just my phone. I mean, I listen to music, I listen to podcasts, I listen to YouTube while I'm working, and I realized that when it comes to doing critical thinking tasks, running calcs, thinking out details and how certain things come together, I really can't afford to distract myself with those things, because I find myself forgetting what the next step is after finishing this task, or I kind of like zone out, or I don't even like listen to the actual thing that I'm like hearing. So I want to get better at just cutting that off, maybe just listening to white noise or just lyricless music. So that's something I realized about myself. I get easily distracted. So I'm definitely going to put restrictions on my phone and what I listen to when I'm working. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if I'm drafting and it's kind of something that I can just like put myself on autopilot for. So picking and choosing when I do these things is important. So another thing I wrote down was being willing to say, I don't know, more often. Starting off working at this new job, I asked a bunch of questions. It takes a while to learn the standards of a company and how they put plans together, but I think at a certain point, I kind of stopped asking questions. I'm curious and I try to figure out the answer myself. I try to research it online, through videos, through textbooks, heck, even trying to like read the code and trying to interpret it that way. So I'm trying to get better at just like knowing when enough is enough. Like I've spent too much time trying to figure this out on my own. I need to ask someone about it and try to give them the solutions I came up with. And they might be wrong, they might be right, but I definitely need that immediate like confirmation or correction. So I want to get better at just being okay with that. I mean, if I bother people, I bother people, but I try to be as respectful as I can and thankful for their time, because it can be distracting getting pulled out from whatever you're doing to answer someone's question. This next one is a pretty big one. It's being more confident in my abilities. At the end of the last year of 2022, my ego took a huge hit when it came to the senior living project. It was ultimately done, but I had to ask help from my coworkers, and I just really felt like I failed. I mean, I thought I was gonna be able to do it all by myself, and I had to ask for help, and that really sucked. I mean, I feel a certain amount of guilt for that, as well as just shame for not being able to complete it on my own. It's definitely been hard bouncing back from that, but I know I have to. I can't really let that beat me down forever and just, that's the end of me. So I'm taking it as a learning experience, and I'm learning to be a little bit more confident in the projects I'm working on now. Like, yes, I know what I know, and this is right. I think you just kind of get like frozen if you don't decide like, yes, I know this is right, and for these reasons. Lastly is pacing myself. So what I mean by that is getting a better understanding of how fast I work, what I can produce over a certain period of time, and being able to communicate that to my boss and being like, hey, I can get so-and-so done by tomorrow, or maybe I need a week, and being able to meet those deadlines. I think for the past, 2 years, really, I've kind of just done the task and not really thought much about how long it's going to take me. For me, it was kind of like, it'll take me however long it takes me. I'm okay if I stay a little bit longer to do it. I don't mind working on the weekends for it. I'll get it done. I'm really doing myself a disservice in saying I can go this speed, when in reality, if I go at that speed, I'll get burnt out in a matter of months, matter of weeks. So yeah, gotta pace myself. So the goal is to be happy when I work. I mean, I love my work, but if I kind of let it get away from me, I can really screw myself. So let's not let that happen. So yeah, those are like some of the changes I want to make by this year. I might not hit all of them, but there are ones I want to work on and improve on. So any improvement on any of them will be an achievement. Let's go with that. I just want to improve on any of those by a small increment. But yeah, if you have any resolutions or any ideas for yourself, yeah, just let me know. Yeah. Hopefully I'll make another video soon, but until then, see ya.